Hello everybody, my name is Elijah Kinney. And today, we have the 5th annual Tone Tuesday. Now what are we going to do today? What amazing idea do you have for us? Well, I'm going to keep it real with you, Chief. We're going to try something a little different. And you may notice on my screen here, we don't have the HX edit. What's going on? Where's my stomp? How do I get tones if I don't have my stomp? Well, you know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna work with some plugins. You heard me right, plugins. So, you may or may not have seen if you don't follow my socials. Here's an example of what I've been doing on there. And you may be wondering, Eli, that is a massive, great tone. In fact, I've gotten at least one comment, probably from my own mother, saying that, hey, your tones are great. So how do you get it? Well, I'm not going to lie to you, Chief. I keep it real simple. Let's find out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I desperately need subscribers and interactions with my videos. So the more you do it, the more you can help me out, and the more you can actually influence what I do. If you have an idea for, like, hey, you should run a wah into a delay into another wah into whatever, comment it. I might get around to it. Or if you were like, hey, Eli, this series sucks, I hate you, you can do that too. I would highly appreciate that, actually. Without further ado, what are we rocking today? Well, today, check this bad boy out. Oh my God. It is an Ibanez BTB 805. This thing is a beast. I got it because I'll be working on a progressive metal project here coming up soon. And when I say progressive, I mean progressive. We're talking like Meshuggah stuff and dropping down to the lows, the low F0 or G sharp. I don't know. One of those things. I got Callium strings on order coming in, so it'll be fun. But anyways, this thing is a monster. It's got 2 special made pickups just for this bass. They sound fantastic. I wouldn't trade them for the world, to be honest with you. It's got a multi-scale. Tuners are great. Looks fantastic. Got a nice little wood natural finish on it. God, this thing is so beautiful. And it plays like it too. The only problem I have is that the 9th fret up at the top kind of buzzes a little. Ooh, somebody out at Sweetwater is going to get railed, but I figured I'd take it and get it set up properly once I get the Callium strings in, and it'll fix it. So, anyways, it's got an active preamp. You got push, and there's no push pulls. It's just got your 3-band normal with a mid-range selector and then a passive active split. And then obviously you got a bridge dial thing, and then yada yada yada, et cetera, et cetera. Nobody fucking cares about it. Here's what it sounds like raw. Not bad at all. Just on its own, it sounds fucking fantastic. So you may have noticed I have tuned it quite a lot lower than I normally do, and that is correct. I am at G sharp 0 on 130s. It's very sloppy, but it doesn't sound horrible, and it can kind of hold a tune. So we're roll with it here because we'll get there. We're gonna dial in something good, something tasty, if you will. So now that we have this bare bones screen here of like, hey, what's going on? You may have noticed I have some effects on this thing. It's just a comp. That's it. I just don't like peaking because I did that in high school. Ayo, honestly, it's not really even doing that much. So we can just kind of get rid of these real quick. My bad. Just the comp. What are we going to do? What are we going to use? What do you use? How do you get that crushing, demonstrous bass tone of yours? Well, I am smart, and I let the smart people figure that one out. So we're going to go to my nice, fancy-dancy list of plugins here, and we are going to type in Mammoth, or DSP. This thing does it all. Well, it doesn't do cleans very well, but it does all the heavy stuff very well. Now, this is just the bass setting, and here we go. Man, that's quiet as shit. with a pick. Pretty good. It's not, personally for me, it's not one of those things where you just boot it up and it's there. But you with slight tweaking, we can get there. So without further ado, let's go do it. All right. Crossover. I actually prefer to leave this at 250, if not 245. 251, because I can't be asked to change it. It's really the sweet spot for me personally. That's where I notice or it sounds like the best. I'm gonna be honest too. I really don't like this. It's got 4 drive settings, right? It's got 4. They're all a little different. The first 3 kind of blow, but that 4th one is just so good. So let's turn up the drive to, we'll just try a sweet little 10, right? So we changed our crossover. We changed our drive. Now what do we get? Getting there. It's literally right there. Almost there. Now what do we do? Where do we go from here? Well, brute. It just helps your attack out a lot. Makes it a little more slammy. And the next thing I like to do is destroy the mids. I'm not a mid guy on bass. I don't like the mids. Something like that. It's real close, real close. You know what this is missing, though? This is missing just a wee bit of low end. Well, we can take that crossover and actually work with it. Let's turn up the bass. For Christ's sake, we are playing bass. Where's the bass? It's like that grandma from the, what was it, the Wendy's commercial? Where's the beef? Where's my bass? Do a soft little 5. I like keeping the growl down. Ooh. Just good, right? Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Mama, that's good. Sounds really good up there. Sounds really good on the lows. We're like literally almost right there. This is how simple this gets. Right? Really, there's not a lot to do. What I like to do at this point is, now that you have this, let's just play around with the cab, because the cab's really going to kind of define what it sounds like. We're on a 610 right now. I'm not quite sure exactly what kind of 610 we're on, but we're just on a 6x10. Somewhere out in the world, somebody is streaming this bass to their cabinet digitally online and then sending it right back to us with that sweet, succulent bass tone. Fuck it, 4x12. Not a fan of the 4x12. What about the A10? Ooh, that's a lot closer to what I like. Oh, baby. I'm happy with the 8x10, but you also notice too, there's this little custom and a little plus sign. And what this does is it brings up a little thing here for you to select your own IRs. What? An IR on bass? I just plug into my Ampeg and it works. Well, this is the real world. Little Timmy from school who plays bass. This is the real world. And big boys use impulse responses of cabinets they have no understanding of. Now, you may be thinking, Eli, you talk a lot of shit on Dark Glass and the Nolly stuff. Or at least you have. Well, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it works extremely well. And you will notice I have some Nolly cabs in my collection of IRs. And yes, they do sound pretty good. That sounds really good. Just right off the bat. And honestly, this is it. This is the simplest Tone Tuesday I could possibly bring to you guys. To be fair, I also don't have a gate on here. You know what? Let's fucking fix it. Why don't put on the gate last? Fuck it. Actually, that's a horrible idea. Don't do that. I'll put it up to -45. You know, outside of the hiss, because that's from my computer, that's pretty tight. And, you know, like I said, that's really it. Outside of like a few adjustments, like, oh, if you want it to be a little more slammy or put a little more treble on it. That was a nice little rendition of Metallica in C#. And like I said, it sounds fucking fantastic. You just throw a little treble on it. It's good. You know, shoot. You want a little more creamy, a little more smooth? Add a little more bass to it. And then play a little lighter. It is foolproof. And they also include this nice little thing where if you look at this little Mammoth thing right here, right? You'll notice there's a little, oh, hey, wait a minute. Huh? What? Huh? I can turn up the Mammoth? Yes. This plugin includes the Mammoth slider. Now, what does it do? Outside of making my playing sloppier, it adds a little more slam to your stuff. Pretty much adding a little creme de la creme, a little je ne sais quoi, if you will. I like having the Mammoth slider about halfway. I always think it sounds good. Now, I'm going to save this as Tone Tuesday, the 5th ending. This is the 5th Tone Tuesday. Save it. Boom. And that's all she wrote. Right there. Easy dubs. You can fuck around with this if you want. This plugin's amazing. You can get 1,000,005 different like huge metal tones that will just straight up work wherever and whenever you need them. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just like the product. With that said, like I said, it's a bit of a shorter Tone Tuesday, but alas, I've been a little swamped with trying to learn some new material, if you will, for some projects I will be joining soon. If you like not just doing this all on an HX Stomp, let me know, and we can pursue some different plugins. We can pursue trying out amps. We could pursue any list of things. You comment them, and I'll see if I can make them work. Can't promise everything. I mean, I'm a post-grad student with millions of dollars in debt, so we got to work with what we got here. But I'll try to make it happen. I'd also like to mention, too, because it is a huge event, my band Shadow the Talisman will be playing at the Machine Shop October 24th. And if you're in Michigan, which is quite a long shot with, you know, the internet, but if you are, come on out to Flint, Michigan, see me, say hi to me, see my band, say hi to them, see Walls of Jericho, who we're opening for. You could probably say hi to them, I think. I think they would appreciate that. You know, and if you come up to me and you're like, oh, you're the YouTube idiot bass guy, I probably will shit my pants. So you can look forward to that if you really want to. But that's neither here nor there. It's your prerogative. You can come out if you want to. Link in the description for tickets and whatnot. And okay, bye.